All right, boys and girls, we are going to use our reading response journal for the first time. So today's date is August the 27th, and we are going to do our first anchor chart, how to discuss. So we're going to be learning how to discuss, how to talk in partners, how to talk online. So you'll need to put the date, how to discuss. I even wrote anchor so I know exactly where it's at, just in case I kind of forget, and page 80. Now again, remember your pages could be different if your notebook doesn't have as many pages, so you might flip back here to your section titled anchor charts and kind of see what your next page would be, so you would know what page to put. So if you need to pause, go ahead and pause if you need to write this. Okay. So I'm going to go to my anchor chart tab. I'm going to flip this one because I don't want to use the tab page. I'm going to flip it to page 80. Now our anchor chart is going to be called How to Discuss. And really what that means is how are we going to talk to each other if we're at school? How are we going to talk to each other when we're on a Zoom meeting? Discussion boards, things like that. So we are going to do some in-person how to discuss and online. That way, if you transition back into the classroom, you kind of know what we're doing in class as well. So you're going to have how to discuss. Now our first section is going to be in person. Now that's if you are in class face-to-face. So in person, ways that we're going to discuss, because we want to be good partners, we want to be good listeners, kind of following our social contract, you're going to turn towards your partner. Now, whatever I put on my anchor chart, you write in yours. So you're going to write in person, how to discuss, and then your first little bulleted point. So I kind of just put a little bullet here so it makes it all line up and easy to refer back to. So turn towards your partner. Now, of course, right now we're not going to get too close to our partner, but if we have our mask on, we can still kind of turn towards them and keep that social distance. So we're going to turn towards our partner. Now, while we are discussing, we are going to look at our partner. So think about why looking at the person or looking at your partner, think about how that is going to be important. Now, if you are looking at your partner, especially I'm going to add right here, while talking. Now, if you're going to look at your partner while they're talking or while you're talking, it means they know that you are paying attention. They know that you are involved in the conversation, that you are there to learn, and it also shows respect. So you want to make sure you are turned towards your partner, you're looking at them while they're speaking, you're looking at them while you're speaking, just showing respect. Also, in the classroom, you want to make sure that we are using soft voices, because when we turn to talk or turn to share, everybody's going to be talking, and so it's going to get kind of loud. So make sure you're using a soft voice. That way it's just you and your partner. Most importantly, you need to take turns talking. Take turns talking because you don't want to be the one that is controlling the conversation. You may have great things to say, but your partner does too. So we want to take turns. We want to make sure that they feel like their information is respected, that their information is important as well. Now, when you're talking, you can't just say, yeah, I like it, it sounds good. No, we need better feedback than that. We need to be growing. We need to be learning. And so if they mention something, you need to tell them if you agree with them or if you disagree. And guess what? It is okay to disagree. You don't have to have the same opinion. But if you agree or disagree, you need to tell them why. I agree with your statement because, or I disagree, I think this. So be very polite. You're not going to say, no, you're wrong. you're going to say, I just disagree and this is what I think, and it's okay to have different opinions. Everybody has a favorite color and it's not the same. So this is more in person. Now, when we go online, which all of you are for the most part, when you are online, it's going to look a little bit different. For example, if you are in a Zoom call with your teacher or a Zoom call in small groups, you need to make sure that you are muted when others are talking, because we can hear your background noise. We can hear what's going on in the background. We can hear you maybe cough or sneeze or drink water or the dog barking. So you want to keep it muted when you're not talking. Also, just like in class, you kind of need to wait your turn. So wait your turn to talk. So that means you give your information, and then if your teacher is talking with someone else, you wait your turn. You can put up a little hand. You can raise your hand. Just wait your turn so everybody feels like their voice is being heard. So we have muted when you're not talking, wait your turn to talk. And then another thing is when you are posting in the discussion board. So there is a discussion board on Canvas that you will be posting in. When you go to post in the discussion board, make sure you are posting your thoughts. So post my own thoughts, because we don't want to post what someone else had said. We want to post what we think. So just make sure that whatever you post, it's your own thought. Now, you can, if you need to go back and pause it to get all this written down, you can. So just remember, in-class discussion, in-person discussion, you want to make sure you're polite, you're listening to each other, you're taking turns, you're agreeing, you're disagreeing. Even these up here for in-person, they're going to relate when you're in that Zoom call online. So if you're in that Zoom call, make sure that you are being polite and that you're not yelling. You're still using those soft voices. So this is our first anchor chart. Oh, and I did forget the date. So let me put the date over here as well. That way I can see that too. Okay, if you have questions, let me know.